What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kinda Funny's MCU in review. It's been a while, boys. It's been a while since we've done
the return, man. The return.
It's
It's too long. They need to make more Marvel movies.
I'm Tim Gettys.
Just keep going.
That is the producer / seducer, Nick
To your
Scarpino.
immediate right.
Yeah, to your immediate left. We got Kevin Coelho. We got Andy Cortez. Greg Miller is out in Montreal on a little vacation, so he's having fun there. For those that don't know, Kinda Funny's MCU in review comes to you every Thursday at 9 a.m. We ranked and reviewed all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now we're making our way through the X-Men Cinematic Universe. So next week we will be continuing back with that, with X-Men First Class.
Ooh,
But for
very
now,
interesting stuff.
We're going to talk about what we thought about Ant-Man and the Wasp coming out on this beautiful July 5th.
Now, Tim, I have a quick question. Are we doing the normal 5 minutes of spoiler?
It's not 5 minutes. We're going to start off with the spoilers. Spoiler free.
Spoiler free.
Spoiler free, what we thought about this. And then pretty damn quickly, we're going to get right into the nitty gritty, spoiler filled review, and then the final rankings of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Let's start it off. Nick, what'd you think?
I loved it. It's super fun. It's just like the first movie. It's just pure fun. The stakes, are what they are. The world is what it is. We're here to kind of. What I like about the Ant-Man movies is similar to some of the other one-off movies where they're like, we have these characters. These are fun characters. This is more of a comedy than it is anything else. Let's play in that sandbox.
The scale's a lot smaller.
Well, it's a lot smaller. I mean, you're not dealing with something. Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
It was an action.
And it was really good.
What? Oh, man. That's good. Good job, Anthony. No. What's your Andy? Sorry.
I thought you were making a joke.
Who the fuck is that?
I thought you were making a joke. It didn't work
Oh,
out.
it was funny.
No, but I mean, I go see this movie. It's super fun.
Kevin?
Oh, man. I loved it. I thought it was better than the first. And, Marvel sure as hell knows how to make a good movie. You know what I mean? They figured it out, and they keep just knocking out of the fucking park, man.
I'll agree, and that's something we talked about. Better than the first, I would actually agree with that. I think it's very much like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where you have this group of people who have now done 2 movies together. They've worked together for how many weeks? Who knows, right? At least one, right? You would think.
At least
Yeah,
one.
at least one.
It's true.
And they're starting to gel together. You even see a lot of the humor, a lot of the back and forth with them, a lot of the humor, a lot of the improv that it's just all working in this. And it works, I think, a lot better than it did in the first one. And that's high praise.
Andy?
I enjoyed it a lot. I do think that they ask you to suspend disbelief quite a bit. Sure. And that's for most Marvel movies, obviously.
Right,
but
right.
in this one, there's a lot of how? Okay.
How's
It's
that
happening.
actually? What's happening here?
It's
Where's
happening,
this
and we're gonna we're gonna accept it, and it's fine. But man, really, there's a lot of questionable things in this movie. But there's also, I thought, a lot of weird pacing problems in some parts of it. The final act I loved. I thought it was really cool. But there were some weird moments where it's things just kind of happen. And it's oh, okay, now it's quiet and we're calling. I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff to me, but it still made me laugh a lot. I thought that 85% of the humor hit. There was some where it was all right, we're reaching a little bit too much here.
And there was a lot of humor too. I think they pulled a card out of James Gunn's deck, and we're let's
throw
just
everything at him.
Throw everything in the kitchen sink at this and see how many laughs we can get.
But I feel like we got a lot of laughs.
I know it came from Michael
I think
Pena.
the problem
It's all
was
Michael Pena.
he's so good. I think they tried to introduce way too many fucking people to why do I care about who is he from the Avengers? No, okay, then who is it? There were a bunch of random
weird,
police officers where I was like, do we know?
Well,
this
they were
guy?
making a point to show their face. It's should I know this guy?
Well,
This
it
might
was
make
just the
sense
one
in 5
guy.
movies. You know what I mean?
And I think the only reason that was supposed to be revealed is because I think we were supposed to have seen him in the first few scenes where the FBI come to the house.
We did.
Yeah.
He wasn't they weren't notable.
Right.
My least favorite part of the movie was the villains. I thought there were too many and none of them were that great.
Yeah.
But man, I thought we often talk about Marvel movies just being fun, and I feel like this one's even different than that, where it's lighthearted, but it has so much heart. I feel like it's at those moments where in between the jokes and stuff, the character dynamics we see with him and his daughter.
Dude, and I gotta say, the big kid, man, she's
kid's growing
great.
up.
Kid's back. Dude, and she's phenomenal.
Yeah, she was
so funny, so adorable.
And that's the thing is, you said that Michael Pena steals the show. Of course he does. We all expected that. But I feel like he wasn't the only one.
No.
She was another one.
But his team was great. There was the
Asian dude who was hilarious.
Randall
so
Park.
good.
Yeah.
Randall Park is great.
He's so funny.
I remember
Out of
seeing-
YouTube.
I remember seeing him. Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember seeing him for the first time on Veep. He plays another. I think it was a congressman or a senator, and he's so funny.
He has that timing, man.
Yeah.
To have him, since he plays that square nerdy bureaucrat character so well in this.
Yeah.
So well.
I thought that the choreography was out of this fucking world. They did such a good job.
So fun.
Chase scenes are a dime a dozen.
That's the
I
thing.
feel like this movie nailed multiple chase scenes.
Yep.
That's the thing that Marvel's so good at, and that's the thing I'm so disappointed with other Disney affiliates that make action style movies, is that they make the same movie over and over again. This is pretty much the first Ant-Man over with all the action sequences. They just get creative about how to utilize these characters.
Well-
they stop and ask themselves, have we done that before? Yeah, cool.
And what
Don't
would
do it
be
that
cooler?
way. Yeah, what would be cooler than just having them run after each other? Oh, okay, like how would the two work together now? Would it just be them straight fighting, or would they actually have a choreography and sort of a language of their own with that? And it really does work, and it adds to a movie that could have very much been boring. It makes it fun, and not like this is the best movie ever made, and I certainly don't think it's going to rank. I would be mystified if this ranked in the top 10 of our Marvel list, but it's definitely really, 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 really like an enjoyable. Tim's looking at it now. I may have just missed. I don't know. Maybe it will break the top 10.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like it's a movie that start to finish is an action movie that's fun, and it kept
Fun,
me going, and I wanted to see how it ended. Did I necessarily care how it ended? Not really. I was like, I know they're gonna win. That's cool, but I was interested all the way around. Juxtapose that to I just saw Lost World or what did you call it? Jurassic
Kingdom.
World: Fallen Kingdom. Man, I got 50 minutes in that movie. I'm like, I want this to end. And this is a beautiful
Why would you
movie
do
with
that to
Chris
yourself?
Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, but they are not. And the problem was, it was the same movie they've made 5 times now. You can't make dinosaurs do anything more than just run around and eat shit.
Yeah.
Or can you? I don't know, but that creative team didn't figure
They
it out. Peyton
couldn't,
Reed and
yeah.
his team figured it out with this. They figured out how to make people going small to big really, really fun.
Peyton Reed, man, I feel like that he really understood what made Ant-Man special. We all left Ant-Man 1 being like, but what about Edgar Wright? What? Not with this. With this, I'm like, Peyton Reed has his own style and made it fucking work. And all the rumors of him doing Fantastic Four when inevitably they're brought into the
brought back
MCU.
in, yeah.
I'm all about that,
could be
man.
cool.
He can nail family dynamics. He can nail the comedy and all that stuff. I think that's going to be great.
I thought Evangeline Lilly was fantastic. Michael Douglas in some spots, like I feel like he's just old.
He's just
Yeah.
old.
Like,
He's
and-
old,
and-
but I didn't
and-
think he was bad.
And like no, I don't think
You
he was
know?
bad either. But it's the same sort of vibe that
He's an old
where
man.
no, but we're like he's a fantastic actor at some moments. But at some points, his line delivery
Is a little slurred.
Yeah,
A little muddled.
it's like it sort of reminds me of in some of Westworld where Anthony Hopkins talks, and it's like, man, he's so good, but you can still tell that he's like. It's hard for him to speak because of his age, and I don't know if I know Michael Douglas had like surgery and he had like
He had a little throat thing for
yeah
a
he
while
had
there.
some stuff going on, and I know
think he was
that-
90% there.
that
in
may
this
hinder
movie,
it,
which
but
was
yeah,
great.
there were parts where I was like, this line delivery doesn't sound awesome. Like I just kind of I wanted a
But
little bit
I
more.
mean,
I want
don't
to say
feel like
this.
he-
I don't know if this is a spoiler.
Let's just say it. Obviously, we all say go out, fucking
Yes, go
watch
watch
this
it.
movie. It is Marvel did it again.
And possibly one of the best post-credit scenes.
Absolutely.
Oh, God, yeah.
Now
Yeah.
let's get into it. Full spoilers. You've been warned.
Full spoilers. Hands are up. You know when to scrub through because the hands are up. We're starting that now.
Andy,
No, we're definitely not.
I need the song. Okay, we can't start this off. I know we like this movie, but we have to start it off with the most egregious of all offenses.
1, 2, 3. Were they born in labs? Now it's time to rank those abs.
Why make a YouTube video about not wearing a wig in the first one when you are so obviously wearing a wig in the
thought
the
you-
fucking abs? Wig. I need
Yeah.
the wig and abs.
Well, I mean, why didn't you just pivot and go to the abs?
I
Because
wasn't listening
holy
to him.
shit.
I thought you were.
How are you not listening to him?
Because I
He's
said an
right
egregious
there.
offense.
He said
Yeah.
I said an
Dude,
egregious offense.
I didn't know. I thought
Why
you
would
were
Paul
also
Rudd's
picking up-
abs be an egregious? They're amazing. Paul Rudd, fantastic.
I thought you were gonna
Lord
be
They were
offended
fucking
by how
Let's talk
amazing
about
they
those
were.
abs.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
damn,
Jackson.
he didn't even get a glory shot. Like he kind of got weird
Amazing.
side,
Yeah, I mean,
side
but, like,
shots,
the
but
wig-
His arms look fantastic in this
His
as well. He had some
fucking
huge
body
triceps.
fat is like -4.
Dude, yeah, that mid side shot was the best way to show off
His
his body.
body
'cause
fat
of
is in
how
the
thin
quantum
he
realm,
is.
dude.
Yeah.
Like it's just non-existent,
All right,
dude.
we know about that. Sing the fucking wig song.
Is it a wig? I don't know. Wigging out with Scarpino.
Big wig has taken over Hollywood, ladies
gotta
and
just
gentlemen.
let it go.
And if there
Sometimes
was
people have to wear
ever
wigs.
proof positive, here is how this conspiracy has gone. In the past week, Evangeline Lilly, Paul Rudd make a video where it's the top Google quotes or Google searches about Evangeline Lilly. One of them is, "Were you wearing a wig in Ant-Man 1?" And she said very smugly, "No, I wasn't.
She said, no, fuck you, Scarpino.
Yeah.
And then this movie starts off, and as if to rub it in my face because I'm the only true believer, she's wearing the most egregious fucking wig that looks
Yeah.
exactly like the hair from the first one because the first one was a fucking wig too. I'm not going crazy. It's in this movie. The thing was like 8 feet off her head. It looked like a fucking Buffon.
Can somebody
It looked like Wolverine's Buffon.
How many times are you going to say the word
It's all full circle. It started with Wolverine and it ends with the fucking shill that is Evangeline Lilly.
The way you were
I
right
rest my
there,
case.
like this, I want them to Photoshop you as Charlie Day and fucking Always Sunny with the fucking.
Oh my god.
Pinboard.
Obviously, joking around, they had to put the wig on her because it was a flashback to like the first movie or like around the
that
first movie.
shit.
But they didn't really have to because it was after. But I guess her hair can't grow that far.
I like
Just
that. I
not
like
be
that
so
they were
far
having fun
after.
with it. This movie started off unlike
Weird.
any other
Just
Marvel
starts.
movie. It just starts. We
Which
didn't get the
I did not
Disney
like.
logo. We didn't get anything. It just was boom. Here's some moments. Here's some setup. Really touching setup.
Yeah.
Gia looks over. She's like, I'm crying at the beginning of a Marvel
good.
movie. I'm like, I'm not. But
I mean, to be fair, I was crying after that fucking Dumbo teaser, that
Dude,
Dumbo trailer.
I don't
even
want
get me
to watch that.
started.
I was
No,
like, I
no.
can't. I'm now watching this movie.
a hard pass.
Yeah.
Too sad.
Hard pass.
Hard
Really?
pass.
Too sad?
Oh, hard
Sad,
pass.
Did they
bro.
get rid of
Have
all
you
the
seen
talking
Dumbo?
animals?
I don't remember
Bro,
fuck about
Is
this.
it now
dies.
just little
Dumbo's real
kids that talk?
Everything dies. And then Dumbo flies, and everyone's like, "You saved us, Dumbo, but your fucking parents are still dead."
Parts
As
of
fuck.
that are true.
I don't think the mom
Parts
dies
aren't-
ever. I think
You
she
said
gets like
everything
sold.
died.
Everything dies.
It sounds like Thanos fucking.
Fucking Disney when I was a kid just killed everything.
So pretty much we just see that intro, and then eventually we get the Marvel Studios logo, and then we get to the present day with everything. I liked how they did that. I thought it was different. And it
I
was
just-
like, hey, this is a different type of movie. It is serious and heartfelt, but it's also a bunch of shenanigans.
I just thought we had like what 15 trailers before it started,
was so
and then
many.
it just went really
Yeah, I thought it was
like
another
just a
trailer.
hard cut into it where I thought it was another trailer, and then I was like, oh no, this is Ant-Man.
How could you possibly think it was another trailer?
No, just for, like,
we
for
obviously
a split
fucking
second.
know
It was
that the
weird.
last thing you goddamn see is that stupid ass commercial of what would the bear eat? Does the bear
I
eat?
hate that commercial. Please,
Did we
Cinemark,
get that
stop it.
commercial?
Yeah,
Is
we
the
did.
okay, hold on. In the
I messed
commercial,
up
is
on that.
things bears eat. Is the
It's like,
bear
no.
talking in the commercial, or is he just
No,
chewing popcorn?
He's chewing that popcorn, dude.
But it looks like
Oh, that's
his
the one with
mouth
the
is
couple.
moving to the
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
talking.
couple guy.
No,
don't
he's
wanna
just
tell.
chewing
Part.
popcorn, and the guy's like, well, I don't know how we got here, and it's like, shut up.
If I could wave a magic wand and make that and the stupid unicorn guy go away forever, I mean, I
my
don't mean like
God.
he doesn't work
They've
anymore.
doubled
I mean
down,
somebody
dude.
finds him.
no,
Puts him
Nick, too
16
far.
under.
Nicholas,
that motherfucker
back out,
needs
back
to
out.
go.
He's too far.
I'm telling you, I'm not telling
Man.
people should do it, but I'm saying I wouldn't be disappointed. if
No,
someone
he
did.
would be
Wink,
disappointed.
wink.
He
Wink,
would.
wink.
He's not winking at you in that way.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so
egregious.
yes, it opened weirdly.
with a giant fucking wig. Just a goddamn wig from the 60s, and I hated it.
The next time we see her and she's got long hair, it looks really weird. It looks
It's
like she's got
extensions, but
extensions.
extensions, as
but
you
they
know,
looked really bad.
Are okay. That's
And then later-
actually no, and fuck that. Extensions are the gateway drug to the wig, and this is
There we go.
unacceptable. Do you
There we
understand me?
go. Absolutely.
Michelle Pfeiffer at the end also wearing a wig, but it was okay because it was like a
let's
cool
run
white
backwards
hair.
with Michelle
Yeah.
Pfeiffer. All right, obviously the whole plot's about finding her and all that stuff. Cool, great,
Yeah.
whatever. Where the fuck did she get that cape?
I have no idea.
Where does she like keep the makeup on?
But the only thing I can think is
She looks fantastic.
She explained they were like the
fantastic.
laws of time and physics like work differently down there, and they were at some point going into the house, like. And that you don't know if that's in their brain or if that's
I think
in
that was
reality.
in their
So
brain.
it's possible that other realms exist, and she took from them. Does
I've
that
got
make
a
sense?
theory that like that healing energy that they collect at the end
Makes
was
fabric.
keeping her alive. Not
Yeah.
makes fabric.
fabric.
That was keeping her
Well,
alive.
that's for sure what happened. She mastered
but
the energy
I don't
of the
know
quantum
whether
realm.
I don't think that she could get stuff out of because I assume that's like a dream.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel
where-
like that's just a
But
head.
I feel like
thing.
that's fine because they were like, it's weird down there. And I was like, all right, cool.
weird- it's weird
She
down
got a
there.
Yeah,
cape.
they.
Okay, you're
they-
right.
They can write everything off by just saying the laws of if everything doesn't work.
Yeah.
The rules don't apply here. It's like it's the easiest write off
Also,
for any weird shit.
Why couldn't she fix her thing and like just press the button and regulate back up?
I don't think she
it-
didn't have
it
the
works
extra
whenever
thingy.
they want.
Remember in the first one, he
She
had the
didn't have that
extra
little
thing that
disc.
made
Yeah, the
everything big.
disc. But like that's
She'd have the
because it was
disc.
broken. He on the fly had to do
Because
that.
then we wouldn't have any
Sure.
sort of
You know,
movie.
you're right,
Because let's
you're
be
right.
perfectly honest. The plot of this movie, paper thin.
It might
Wacky as
be
fuck.
one of the like least important plots of any of these.
But
It's
it
all
didn't.
MacGuffin.
It didn't have
it's
to be
similar to Iron
important.
Man 3.
It
I'd
had
say.
to just be
What's the
fun,
smaller
and that's
thing?
what it
Yep,
nailed.
and
You
it
know what I
did- it
mean?
fucking did it.
Like, great. There's a plot here. Sure.
The moment where Michelle Pfeiffer takes over Paul Rudd's buddy.
That was funny.
Fucking hilarious.
I
Oh
thought
my
it was gonna
god.
run its course, and it didn't.
Nah, it did
It
not.
just kept
It did
getting
not.
funnier.
He's just
The
so
way he
good.
moves.
Even at the ending when it like she let go and he was like, wait, how did we get here? And it's just something about his
holding his
delivery
hand.
is so good. Yeah, the holding the hand.
Paul
the
Rudd's so
delivery's
fucking good.
It's just so
The
funny.
best line of the movie is the one where she's talking about hide and go seek, and he's like, "You."
That's
I don't
not
think
how
you
you
grasped how that
You
works.
grasp the
This
rules.
game works.
I always hid in the closet. He's like,
I don't think we're grasping how that
the
works.
wardrobe.
Said that the wardrobe.
The
line was
wardrobe,
so,
so
great
many
too.
It's like,
good
it wasn't
lines.
a wardrobe. It was more like a big cabinet. And like, that's what a wardrobe is. Like, oh, okay.
Is that what that
Yeah.
is?
Shout out to the soundtrack in this movie. I fucking loved it. And I loved how they kept jumping back and forth between like
Classical and
classical
electronic.
shit.
Yeah.
Like the scene of him
Running
in the
as a
school
kid.
when he has the hoodie on, and
that
it's
was
like
so
this
funny.
fucking weird like.
It's like really on.
But
and-
see, that's what I'm talking about.
Good.
it's
They
like
were
someone
this.
was
They were
just giving a little chord keyboard and made a little funky beat on it. Yeah.
They were like, we've seen him big, we've seen him really big, we've seen him really small, we've seen him quantum small. Have we seen him quasi small? Have we seen him
So
boy level?
good.
That was unnerving to watch.
That was so
it was
funny
creepy,
though.
but it was
It
so
was
fucking
creepy,
funny.
But I
it
love
was
the
funny.
Wasp fucking with him too.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
their
And by
dynamic
the way,
is so good.
That scene served no purpose, but pure, you realize that nothing really happened to them in that scene. They could have just walked in through the fucking window and gotten it, but that scene was just
But no,
all
man.
comic relief.
Yeah,
all
but,
comic
like,
relief.
that's-
but also served to set up the fact that his little thing was malfunctioning,
Right.
Which was
And he's the
cool.
world's greatest grandma.
What do we think about Ghost?
Whatever.
Here's my thing.
I liked her.
She looked super cool. I love the effects.
like the
It was
actor.
we've seen people phase before in
Yeah.
movies, not the MCU, but in other movies. And I thought the way that they handled it here was really interesting. Seeing the kind of trail of her, either like it was never consistent, which I liked. I felt like it was like she moves
There was
like
no
Scarlet
pattern.
Witch.
There was always-
but the yeah, there was no pattern. It's like sometimes you'd see her full over there
Yeah,
with
it
the
was
trail, and
cool.
other times you'd see the trail and her go into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Thank
That
you.
shit was really fucking cool. But I
Yeah.
just feel
I liked her motivation. I thought that made
motivation's
sense.
fine. It
Like,
does.
cool. She's been kind of fed all these stories about this, this guy being the bad guy, and she's also in constant pain and like dying, and she needs to like save her own life.
It just seemed my problem with her was like it's just the stereotypical
It's-
villain.
yeah,
Like
it's Iron Man 2,
you're exposed
you know,
to the
like,
thing
yeah.
and you become the thing or whatever. But
Good one,
I
Andy.
mean, you can't get worse than Cross though. Like in my opinion, like
And I
just,
thought this was very, very similar to Cross, but with like motivation that made sense.
See, my problem is
Or Cross was just like,
you could
he's
tell
crazy.
that they knew that there was a problem with Ghost because they're like, she's not good enough. We need to give them more bad guys.
Yeah, we got to give him Walter Goggins or whatever his name is.
And yeah, then the guy from The Shield, and it's like
I love him.
that
I
whole
love him
group.
as an actor, and I
Me
actually
too.
liked him a lot in Tomb Raider. But this, he's just playing sort of a dumbed down, wussier version
he's
of that.
in Vice Principals,
Dude,
right?
here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's
And-
actually very similar to Iron Man 2, where it's like he's like
He's totally Hammer.
Yeah.
he's totally
Hammer,
Justin
just
Hammer.
Totally not anywhere near as good,
Yeah.
or endearing, or
But he's
anything.
also very similar to the other smuggler that died in
Andy
Claw?
Serkis' character?
yeah, Claw.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh, so this is just Claw. It
Oh,
just
yeah, I guess
seems
you're
like
here.
they were planning to use Claw, but he's dead, so let's just use this guy.
Yeah, I don't know. The Goliath stuff, I thought that was fine.
That was cool.
Like, and
it
the
was
fact
fun,
that-
but they
I
spoiled
like-
it in the trailer.
But
we
I
knew it
like
was
that he
coming.
wasn't actually a bad guy.
Yeah.
You know, I like
Yeah.
that, like
the what stuff?
Well, no,
Lawrence
I mean, the only
Fishburne.
person
Lawrence
that was a
Fishburne.
bad guy really was Walter Goggins' character.
Yeah.
I hope that's his name. I'm going to look that up.
Coogan?
Guggen?
Guggen?
I think it's Guggen, but I could be wrong.
But yeah, he
last
was the
name.
only one that was a bad guy. Everyone else was trying to like save that girl. She was trying to save herself.
And I know this is like a stupid criticism to have for these movies, but so of course Ghost knows kung fu and knows all these like fucking
Well,
martial arts
no,
and how to
but they
fight.
explained
her.
that.
But what I didn't like
She
is
was
that
trained by
how
S.H.I.E.L.D.
strong she was, though. It's like
Yeah,
sure,
there
you can
was the
flip and
scene
stuff,
where she
where
grabs
literally
Ant-Man
excuse
and
me,
like
punches
throws him.
Ant-Man through 2 walls.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? No.
Walton, his name
Yeah.
is Walton Goggins. I think I was just totally off on that.
No worries,
That's
man.
good, right?
Walton. I said Walter Goggins.
Goggins is pretty close.
Goggins.
You spelled it like the Starbucks employee would spell it on the cup.
They were like, Walton? You're getting Walter, buddy. That's what you're going to get right now. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Is like they were like, we want to tell a smaller story. It can't be the fate of the world every single time. Let's just throw some villains at these people and see how they react. And like, to be honest, like this is a perfect fodder for Ant-Man and the Wasp because they really don't have that many superpowers other than getting big and getting small. She has a little pew pew, but that's like, what do those fucking things do? They don't do that much.
Yeah.
And like, if you can't deal with 3 cars chasing you, then you're not really that much of a superhero.
The
You know what I
car
mean?
scenes, man, I fucking loved
They were
them.
great,
I
yeah.
thought,
Super fun.
I thought they kept escalating correctly.
But
I
they
think
were-
Michael Pena getting in the Hot Wheels one, making it
great.
big,
Oh
and
my
like those
God.
moments
But
were
Michael
also
Pena's
great.
flying the Hot Wheel one and being like, oh.
By the way, I think I
thank you,
had
Mr.
that
Pena.
container when I was a kid.
Yeah.
The Hot Wheels container
It's
that you
fucking
opened up
dope.
and you put all the cars in there. That was
I-
awesome. Oh, wow. Jinx.
All I kept thinking was when they're little cars, just go in the fucking alley. Go on the sidewalk and go in the
Yeah,
alley. Like,
stay in a little
so-
car.
I kept
Yeah.
thinking that. Like,
yeah, but you can get
Or
stepped
go
on.
to a sewer drain.
You know what I mean?
or you can get driven over in the fucking
yeah,
road.
That's true. But they only held that for a minute and then they pop back up.
Sure,
I just
yeah.
thought those scenes were so great. And again, the music was just so awesome during the car chases. And when there's the first car chase, when Evangeline Lilly's in the thing and like they start chasing her and she's like, fuck it, and turns back and
Yep.
starts going. I was like,
Yeah.
let's fucking
Yeah,
go,
yeah, yeah.
dude.
It
This is
reminded
awesome.
it reminded me of Baby Driver. Like when as
Yeah.
the music starts, like fuck yes, let's go.
do this shit.
I love probably one of my favorite parts in the driving chase scenes was when she makes the motorcycle really small on
yeah.
the dude. It's just such another way to like
was
be
cool.
creative with
Yep,
these
with
like
the
different
abilities,
rules.
yeah.
It's
And
fucking
her,
awesome.
I know
But
we
her
saw
aim
it in the
is
trailer,
ridiculous.
but the scene of her in the car kind of fighting and flipping around through the windows
That's
and
fucking
like
tight.
fighting, it's like, dude,
Yeah.
this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So fucking cool. And I also I always do appreciate this with these Marvel trailers, is there was a lot of lines and scenes in the trailers that were not in
Yeah.
the movie.
Yep.
And I'm like, thank you. You know, let's get some new shit.
Yeah, like
in
there's the
here.
line where he's like, I'll go high, you go low. She's like, why would I go low? I have wings. That wasn't in this, and thank
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I
It
do
was
think
dumb.
that all of the main gags were in the trailers though.
No, I feel like there was a lot of Michael Pena and his crew that wasn't there, like the whole Boogie Monster thing.
Yeah, that was great.
That was
fuck,
so
that was
good.
funny.
The group
and they
of
kept bringing it
ex-con.
back. Yeah,
Ex-Con was
Ex-Con is
phenomenal.
such a good name.
This guy said, if I can shout
And
out
they
to
worked
T.I.,
off
shout
of
out
each
to the
other
other
so
guy.
much
Yeah.
better. Like it was
We
great.
knew that Michael Pena was going to have his moments where you hear the fucking
Oh, so
and
good.
go in. But I love that they did it multiple times back to back in one thing, and like, we're not going back to this. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna just knock it out of the fucking
Dude,
park.
the truth-
Him going through the truth was so good, but him going back and forth talking
like when
about
they first met in the
eventually
fucking jail
Lily
cell.
and Paul Rudd relationship, and she's
So
just like,
good.
yeah, man, I can't love you anymore. Like this is so,
So
fucking funny.
There was one really odd part where they are taking the lab back from Lawrence Fishburne and Ghost, and Lawrence Fishburne's like surrounded by the ants,
Goliath.
and then bam, they're immediately in the lab and they're working, and it was such an odd transition. I felt like we just didn't really know. Like, yeah,
Well, they just drove out
when they
into the
escape
forest and
when they escape from
blew
the
up the fucking building.
Oh, yeah,
How
they-
does
they-
the
they
plumbing
just-
work
the-
in
the
that
ants-
building?
How does the
Electronic.
electricity work? Do they have like
Well,
a?
they have like probably generators in the building, but how do they poop and where does it go?
yeah.
When you pee, do you have to go
These are
outside?
the real questions. This sounds like
Science,
Science with Kev.
Kev, how do they poop?
It's probably all like porta potties inside. You know what I mean? It's like it all
He
goes
needs
to
the septic
one.
tank,
Yeah,
and then
septic
they just
tank.
quantum.
They feed it to the ants.
deatomize it.
They
Yeah,
feed it to
yeah,
the big
yeah.
ants.
Feed it to the ants.
But it wouldn't always smell like poop.
No, because it's still in the like the basement
Do you think
level.
they
I would
shrink the poop
imagine.
down as it comes out of your
I
butt?
would imagine.
Anyway,
Not
I
as it
thought-
comes out of your body. Once it goes into the septic system,
Shrinks it down
then-
a little poop.
Yep, there you go.
Science with Kev. I thought it was really creative to have all of his heart medicine in the Altoid case.
Yep.
Like they kept doing that joke. I was like, they're gonna come
They're gonna
back
do
to that.
something.
Yeah.
So the ants were in there, and that's what helped them escape or whatever. But the hard cut to the lab.
Yeah.
Like for a second, I was like, "Is this a flashback or what?" Like it just happened super abruptly.
It was
I
weird that
didn't
they
really
ju-
notice
they
that.
just kind of apparently drove away from wherever they were earlier to what sounded like Muir Woods kind of area, and then just picked a spot with, I guess, trees that they just kind of fucking got rid
Yeah.
of.
fuck those trees, dude.
Yeah.
Who gives
Fuck
a
the
shit?
trees, dude.
So another joke that they kept building to and like coming back to that got me every fucking time was the goddamn magic tricks.
Oh my god! Oh my
When
god!
he pulled
So
the card out at the
good.
beginning, and when he started throwing up the cards, I was like, "This is genius."
Yeah.
In Randall Park. Later,
Randall
trying to learn
Park,
how to do
looking it up?
Online closeupmagic.com, whatever the hell it was.
So fucking
That
funny.
was so good.
Dude, shout outs to Randall Park though, because what like an awesome addition that just made the movie so much better.
It's just silly. I wanna make
Everything
sure
that
that's his
he
name.
said was silly and fun and just perfect. At the end, when they have that moment of like, why do you?
What do you
like,
mean you're gonna see me later?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was so good.
Like,
The
Do you want to have
wanna go
dinner?
with
Yeah.
the payoff for the payoff for the truth serum at the very, very end with the villains was really good too.
Yeah.
Like that's sort of like the perfect like comedic set to end the
Yep.
set with.
Their
Yeah.
storyline. That
I
was
thought
great.
they did a great job.
Stan Lee's cameo, fun.
Great.
He actually
I
got
loved it.
lines,
He
which
got
is
lines.
weird and rare.
Didn't do a great job delivering
Didn't
them.
do
though.
a good job
terrible.
delivering.
Really?
Funny line.
thought it
though.
was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it was funny.
He's getting up there.
He's getting up there.
I thought
Still
it
going.
was awesome.
Still going.
All
Yeah.
right. Now, I want to talk about the post-credit scene, but even the credit scene, Marvel always does such a good
So
job.
fun.
I love what they did with
Oh,
the
toys.
miniatures, the toys and
Yeah.
stuff. That was fucking
So
great.
good.
But dude,
That post credit scene.
Post-credit scene. They could have
Mid-credits, I
just
guess.
dusted him.
Yeah.
And that would have been like, oh, they fucking set up a storyline like Ant-Man is fucking stuck in there.
In the
No one
quantum realm.
knows.
Yeah, it sucks.
This is rad. bad.
That
Yeah.
Sucks they didn't have like a backup plan.
The reaction in the theater was incredible. Just everybody, oh shit! Like it
I
was
love
so
that.
cool.
We literally,
Ballsy,
as
dude.
I was walking out of the theater, I was like, "Damn, dude, no one can help him." And some lady that was listening to our conversation was like, "Tony can help him." And I was like,
She was also, the
fucking
Hulk
get
is
it.
still
She's
alive.
like, Hulk's still
and
alive.
it was
Banner's
like,
still
man,
alive. Like, all
what
these
a
healers still
universe they've
alive. Don't
created.
forget
yeah.
about this. And I'm like, you're right. And I got hope. I was like, you're right.
You're right.
They
You're
can
right,
come
old
save
lady.
him.
You're right.
Now,
You're
that
right.
old lady's definitely wrong. Like, there's no way. Like, how does Hulk know that he's in the quantum realm? You know?
Hey, figure it out, man. There's a quantum generator in the
They're
back
not
of the
gonna
van.
figure him out.
In the back of the ex-con van. He'd know. He'd look at it and go,
Yeah.
I saw with that same
They
thing.
were just chilling in San Francisco. Saw this van on the top
Yeah.
of a
No,
Yeah.
they're gonna have like an energy signature thing, like to like, oh, there's a big
Try to
energy
find
signature
him.
from
Yeah.
over here.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Dude, I just fucking love that though because it did what the best Marvel post-credit scenes do, which is give us enough to talk about and theorize
Yeah.
and think about for the next one. And now we gotta wait so long.
And then
so
also
long.
the Ant,
Which is-
obviously a little bit of a wink and a nudge and a fuck you to like the Ant-Man and the Wasp will return? Question mark?
Oh, that was- I gotta see that.
Ah, yes,
That's a-
spoilers are going
you
to
s-
return.
You say we're gonna have to wait so long, but it's like 6 months away.
That's
or
true.
7 months away.
Yeah.
Like so
You're
long.
right. It is
it's
not
so
that long.
short now.
Is it
What
really
a
next year?
crazy.
Is it that close?
Yeah, it's February.
March? February?
I think it's February. I
February,
could be
March.
wrong. Could be
Yeah.
March, but that's still 8 months
And
away.
then we get
Exciting.
Avengers 4 2 months later.
Wait, which one's in February?
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's going to be good.
Yeah.
But that's like a prequel, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Takes
Yeah.
place
But,
in the
I mean,
90s. I'm sure
like,
we're gonna see the post-credit scenes at
Do you
the
think
very
we'll see
least.
Thanos being born? Or do you think it's a little
No.
older
It's
than
not that far a prequel. I think
Okay.
Thanos is super, super old.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He's
Just
at
put it
least
out there.
Gamora's
Is he-
dad.
do you think- yeah, okay, cool. Good point. Good point.
Oh man. But yeah, no, this is,
Do we want to do Ragu Bagu before we rank this
Yeah,
bad
let's
boy?
go
Do we
Ragu Bagu.
have
Dun, dun,
Ragu
dun,
Bagu?
down.
Ragu.
I know where I put it. Dun, 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 dun.
Big Bagu.
Right above
What's-
cross, and that's
Okay,
it.
well,
Good enough.
That's
there
it.
it is.
All
That's
right.
it. We didn't want to do the whole, what's up, everybody? Ragu Bagu Twitter if it's
You
$69.
can donate $69 to patreon.com/kindafunny, and you can have your tweet given to us, and we will send it out into the internet.
Now, here's the thing about
Ragu
this
Bagu
tweet.
vids on Twitter.
Obviously, it can't be anything bad.
Right.
And it has to. I'm putting something else on top of this because Greg doesn't put any expectations
I
on
like
the audience.
it.
And I'm putting this on us. It has to be, at least for the next week, a pun about the MCU.
Nobody's gonna do it.
Okay.
Challenge accepted.
give him
It
a
got the
challenge.
most
Maybe I'll give
views
it
for
69.
people
Challenge.
running for prom king and queen.
That's good.
Smart move, guys.
Yeah,
very
I
impressed.
put it over cross only because just cross sucked, man.
Cross,
Cross that side.
Cross
And I
this
just
side.
didn't-
What is
I-
Cross real? Is Cross dead last? Or is the
No,
these fucks
those
from Thor?
these fucks from Thor 2 are dead
Yeah,
last.
those were terrible.
No, wait. I thought
I
Greg
think we put X-Men.
Should we call Greg?
bad?
Yeah,
guy.
Greg put
It's
somebody
like-
below those.
It's definitely 12.
He's still up
12
playing
there.
Fortnite.
Oh, he's drunk as fuck. He was
Oh,
drunk like
perfect.
5 hours ago.
Oh my god! I hope he reads the whole list off
Jesus.
off memory.
I really hope he doesn't.
Oh god. we don't
Yeah,
have
but
time.
I didn't think these bad guys were terrible. Yeah, they were very much
They're
throwaway
just so
ones.
bland.
Yeah,
They
I
were
just
very
didn't like 'em.
bland, but like I like the motivation that Ghost had, and
For a while
Goliath.
though, I was like, did the white guy become Lawrence Fishburne?
Yo, that was weird. That was very unclear
Yeah.
until
What?
it was very clear.
Yeah.
Did the white guy?
Her
The
dad,
white dude, yeah, her dad.
like her dad, the white guy. I was like looking around, like, is
that I
Wha-
never had that thought. That's weird. You guys.
really, the way they shot it was extremely
yeah, because like Lawrence
unclear.
Fishburne walks in the room, and is like, oh, it's just like in Homecoming with the daughter and the, oh, you're the villain, Lawrence Fishburne.
Sure.
So let's flash back to when it happened, and I was like,
But like then like
He's a white
literally
guy.
like
He's a
a
white
minute and a
guy.
half later.
Message system.
I can't because it's going to do his number. Greg doesn't have his
Yeah,
outbound.
I also
thing
I
set.
want to give a shout out to the daughter because not only was she great, I thought they did a super good job of setting her up to be a hero eventually.
Yeah.
and like I know from the comics that does end up happening.
What does she become?
And
Wasp too?
no, fuck,
Yellow
what's her
Jacket?
name? It's
Bumblebee.
like Shock or something like that.
Shock.
Buzz.
Wap the
I would go by
sequel.
Buzz.
Yeah.
But like this Buzz.
So I thought they did a great job, and I didn't expect to see that type of development.
What a
this early.
crazy world that we live in that like, yeah, maybe in 10 movies she becomes an actual fucking part of the MCU, like a hero.
Who would have thought the big kids come a long way?
I can imagine her
Big
like
kids.
talking to Tony Stark and shit. That'd be cool, man.
Well, no, by that point, we're down
Yeah,
here.
he's just an AI at that point.
What
yeah.
about that?
Well, hello, I'm
right.
Jarvis.
Now it's time to rank the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Cool, Greg? Bring it up, please. Number
It's
one,
nice though.
Avengers Infinity War. Number 2, Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 3, Captain America Civil War. Number 4, Thor Ragnarok. Number 5, Captain America the Winter Soldier. Number 6, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Number 7, Avengers. Number 8, Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Number 9, Iron Man 1. Number 10, Black Panther. Number 11, Doctor Strange. Number 12, Ant-Man. Number 13, Iron Man 2. Number 14, Avengers Age of Ultron. Number 15, Captain America the First Avenger. Number 16, Iron Man 3. Number 17, The Incredible Hulk. Number 18, Thor. And number 19, Thor The Dark World. There's a lot of these damn movies.
A lot
man.
of movies.
A lot of
Number
fucking
20,
good.
dude.
Yeah, this is number 20.
Wow.
Fucking wild.
So many of them
So-
good, you know?
Where does this rank? Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I have a place where I think
Give
it's-
us the starting place, Kev.
I think it goes right above Iron Man as number 9, the new number 9. I think that's a solid place for it.
Now, here's my
I
thing,
put it
Kev.
lower.
I can see an argument for that
Uh-huh.
because I feel like I enjoyed the living hell out of this
Yep.
entire movie, but there's too much shit that I didn't like, and I feel like Iron Man
Really?
is so special.
I agree.
I agree. I have this above Ant-Man
Me too.
for number 12.
I
You
have
think
it.
Doctor Strange is better?
I think Doctor
I think
Strange
it's a
did
more
something
complete
new
and
movie.
more
Black
fun.
Panther?
And
Interesting.
I think Doctor Strange has a much better like villain slash like overall
Dormammu,
nemesis.
I've come here to negotiate
Yeah.
with you.
For me, I'm debating between putting it at number 11 or number 12. So either above Ant-Man or above Doctor Strange.
See, I would
but
put
Nick's
it-
making a good point
I would
that
put it right below Doctor
Strange
Strange.
has a lot of new
If
stuff.
they make Doctor Strange 2, we'll see what happens there. Because I feel like the problem with this movie is it's very derivative of the first one. Everything works better, but it doesn't do what Guardians of the Galaxy 2 did, which is take it like to the fucking next level. Like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I fucking cried like 3 times in that movie. Because they really
Yeah.
managed to infuse a lot of emotion, a lot of heart into it. It's a generic story, but by the end of it, they made you care about Yondu. For Christ's
God,
sake,
dude,
No,
this
but
one
also
cares
Kurt
so
Russell was
much.
phenomenal as a villain
Russell,
too.
great. This
Yeah.
one, just a fun flick, slightly better done than Ant-Man 1, I think, is where I'd put it. I could actually see, I think it's better than Ant-Man. I would put
That's
it right above
fascinating.
Ant-Man.
So you guys
at
want to
number
put
12.
it
Fuck.
number 12?
My final vote, I'm putting it above Doctor Strange.
Damn.
Yeah, there we go.
Wait, how does that work? 'Cause
So we need Greg.
Fucking call him again.
We're going to
dude.
need Greg to watch this movie and fucking decide before we can rank it.
I don't
I
Wait,
refuse-
I thought we
refuse
weigh.
to believe
I thought
we
we
need
weigh
Greg.
it down. I thought me and Nick, since we have it at 12, you have
Oh.
11.
And I have it at 8. So yeah, there's only one vote for 12, right?
It's tied right now. Greg has to push it above.
Yeah. Right now we are stuck with it at number 12. But depending on what Greg votes, it could go higher. Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't like this
Tune
at
in
all.
next time.
we're getting dusted
We
right
can't.
now.
We can't end it like
we can't end
this.
it like that. Not like this.
We
Not
have
like
to.
this.
Every single
Bring
one
in
of these.
Joey as the tiebreaker.
Every
Wait, hold on.
single one-
Greg's calling right now. He says Joey can be the tie-breaking vote.
All
Joey!
of these, we need to keep the
Joey.
rankings
Consistency.
legit.
Yeah.
Joey, because you guys totally disregarded my fucking winner.
Fuck,
We
he's
didn't.
right. We
You
did.
You guys
We disregarded
are
We
him.
senseless
didn't.
fucking
We
got your
shills
vote.
for
Yeah.
Big Wig. Do you
You're right.
understand?
Andy, I'm so sorry. You're right. We got his vote.
Yeah.
And we
You guys are
outvoted
just
him because it's a good movie.
pawns in
Fuck
the
yeah.
game of the Wigspiracy that's being played without you even knowing you're a pawn.
You're going to have to come back next week when we will announce
In the XCU?
in the XCU interview at the
I don't
end.
like it. That's
Wait, is
so
Greg
messy.
gonna see it before then?
Probably not.
Probably. Whenever Greg sees it, we're going to vote. And then we're going to know the true answer. Until then, there's a democracy here. We have to do this correctly, guys. We
Joey,
can't
you're
fuck
gonna win the
around
tie-breaking
until
vote.
then.
I'm telling you this. What do you
Have
guys
a
afraid of?
marvelous day.
I'm so scared.